If any living species is to inherit the earth, it will not be man. Long before the time that hydrogen bombs and pollution have put an end to us, we will face competition for the earth itself from a life form we arrogantly ignore. We will be overrun, deposed, and succeeded by an army that was here long before us and is ultimately better equipped to survive than we. Battalions of mindless soldiers entering the contest with capabilities beyond our imagination. Yes, I'm talking about insects. And if you at this moment dare to think this is lunacy, I invite you to remain in your seat, draw your own conclusion, and learn the inevitable destiny of ignorance.
That's a scene from 1971's The Hellstrom Chronicle, a film which won Best Documentary at the Academy Awards that year, but is kind of a bogus documentary. It's almost a fraud documentary, not unlike This is Spinal Tap from the early 80s, although that one made to make you laugh, this one to trip you out. It's I saw it when I was young on LSD, and that's probably the perfect way to watch this film, on mushrooms or acid when you're in your teens or 20s, 30s, whatever. The first time you see it's a good way. It's a dated film to a degree, and it's goofy because, as we could see from that opening scene, it's Dr. Hellstrom, actually an actor played by Lawrence Pressman, playing a fictional professor of entomology, predicting mankind's near future battle with insects. And we've been in actual facts about the insect world that make you realize it's plausible and could happen. But we got other shit to worry about. Come on, so don't even trip on that if you watch this movie. That's why this movie's good maybe for babies, little kids, because it's got a lot of great insect stuff for them to check out on. But kids in the middle ages of the kids, they'll just trip out and start worrying about bugs taking over the world. And it's a lot of gory stuff. It's well, here, let's just take a look. It's insects battling and loving and colonizing and building, termites and bees, and I'll tell you, bees are pretty wild. And ants, man, ants are badass. Let's just check some stuff out here. You got the age-old battle of spider versus fly. And check out the fly's reflection in the spider's eyes. How'd they get that shot? I had to rewind that. Pretty awesome. And, boom. You got praying mantis versus cricket. Wasp versus fly. Praying mantis versus moth. Spider versus fly again. Scorpion versus cricket. Spider versus fly, but on the water. Hold up. Let's go back a second. Check this guy out. Notice how the spider perfectly blends in with the flower that he lives on, enabling him to sneak up on his fly, and that's just awesome. I mean, look, he really is. He's the exact same colors and everything as the flower, and then boom. Anyway, but just beautiful, beautiful photography of the insect world. And again, even though it's a paranoid, delusional, fantastical horror type film, as far as this narrator, this professor warning us that we're going to be doomed by the insects, and again, making it plausible, but point being, whatever. Again, why it would be fun to watch on acid when you're young, which is why it worked for me. Had me like, damn, the insects are going to take over the world. And again, they could, but whatever. Again, we got other stuff to worry about. Reality TV and, bad music. I don't. But it's a beautifully shot film. It's 4 different cinematographers. It's funny that it won Best Documentary because, again, it's kind of a bogus, satirical, film. But again, watch it for the insects, the animals, well, the insects. All the insect stuff. It's pretty, and again, like I said, ants are pretty badass. Check out this scene right here. Okay, hold up. Here's a scene where red harvester ants and black harvester ants all start battling over one single bee carcass, and it turns into an epic battle. And it's just a lot of great scenes like this and the whole setup. And look, this guy's like dribbling this guy's head. Like, just badass. And check this out.
Like a battle of gruesome robots, once they begin, they cannot stop. With their own parts strewn upon the ground, they continue to fight.
They continue to fight, ripped in half. Did 300, that overly homoerotic movie, did they fight with their heads off? I don't think so. Just, come on, these ants are badass. Check it out. These driver ants is what they're called. Here they're making a bridge so they can cross, so they can go attack their foes. They take over this whole jungle. Check it out. Here's them getting down on this lizard. Check, a big-ass lizard. Watch. I mean, these ants, they just overpower you. Just numbers, man. It's all in the numbers. This is a big-ass lizard. These driver ants ain't no joke. And bees they have a very interesting society. A lot of stuff I thought I knew I didn't know. And you get to see the famous black widow mating that you've heard so much about, but have you ever seen it? It's pretty interesting. Just on and on. Beautiful insect photography. No chameleons were heard in the making of this film. I can't say that. In fact, I don't like this scene. I'm not going to show it here. I love chameleons. They're so cute. Stop the scene. Just tons of cool nature photography. I mean, they had the 60s National Geographic show, and a lot of the guys that worked on this. Filmed on 3 different continents with 4 different cinematographers. And goofy kind of fake documentary that got by and actually won Oscar for Best Documentary. And you'll learn a lot about bees, about termites, about spiders, and most of all, about the baddest of all animals, insects, humans, whatever, ants. Watch out. If they take over the world, they took over my heart for this film. 90 minutes in and out. Great little film. Check it out. Do yourself a favor if you haven't seen it. Hellstrom Chronicle on Kris Kondrad. Greatest movies you never heard of. Part 9, I think. Until next time, thanks for joining me.